Now true value is 3.678 and in first measurement in which the limit was 0.1 centimeter, it was 3.5, and second was 3.38 in which limit was 0.01 centimeter. Now first measurement it is more accurate but less precise because it can be measured up to 0.1 centimeter, and this second measurement it is less accurate because it is not near. This one is near to this but this is not near. This is in this first true value and the second measurement is very much difference, so it is less accurate but more precise. Okay, now next is theory of error, and some assumptions are there. First assumption is every observer is careless when he or she is performing the experiment. He is careless to some extent, भी कुछ ना कुछ एक्सटेंट तक वो केयरलैस हुंदा अबाउट देयर मेजरमेंट, और ही विल डेफिनेटली कमिट अ मिस्टेक. ठीक है, कोई ना कोई मिस्टेक उन्हें मेजरमेंट दे विच करनी है. सैकेंड इज कि एवरी इंस्ट्रूमेंट भी जेड़े भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट दे नाल कोई भी मेजरमेंट कर रहे हैं, इंस्ट्रूमेंट यूज़ कर रहे हैं, दैट इज़ डिफेक्टेड टू सम एक्सटेंट. भी वो डिफेक्टेड हुंदा किसी ना किसी तरीके दे नाल, किसी ना किसी लैवल तक, दैट इज़ डिफेक्टेड. क्लीयर. नैक्सट इज एरर ऑफ मेजरमेंट्स. Number 1, first error is constant error. This type of error when series of observations we are taking, ठीक है, रिजल्ट है जेड़ा, रिजल्ट दे विच हर बार रिजल्ट दे विच एरर है सेम अमाउंट दी एरर ऑफ सेम अमाउंट मीन्स एरर इज कॉन्स्टेंट एरर. सेकंड इज सिस्टमैटिक एरर. This systematic error is always error of same sign. The systematic error means same sign the error, positive or negative. This is due to the unknown causes. Unknown causes करके हुंदी है. ठीक है, पता नहीं sometime भी किद्दां पैदा होगी, sometime इदा cause आ जेड़ा it is difficult to find, but it can be eliminated by finding the cause. Cause find करके इनू असीं eliminate किया जा सकता. ठीक है, हुण इह सिस्टमैटिक एरर दे अंडर वेरी फर्स्ट एरर आउंदी है इंस्ट्रूमेंटल एरर. इंस्ट्रूमेंटल एरर मतलब जेड़े द इंस्ट्रूमेंट और द apparatus by which we are performing the experiment, the error is inherent error. भी ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ already ਇੱਕ error है, inherent error of instrument. भी ਜਿਹੜੇ instrument ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ measurement ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੱਕ error है, that is called the instrumental error. Second is observational error. Observational or personal error. Observational error means when any observer who is observing the experiment, who is doing the experiment, error due to his personal ideas. ठीक है, भी ਉਹਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਈਡੀਆਜ਼ ਨੇ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ मतलब आइडिया बना रखा कि ये एक्सपेरीमेंट की वैल्यू इन्नी की आनी है. ड्यू टू द पर्सनल आइडियाज दिस एरर occurs and it can be minimized by taking several readings and then at the end taking their arithmetical mean. And third error is error due to external causes, for example like pressure, temperature, wind and sound. Some external experiments external error causes ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ error ਹੁੰਦਾ that is external error due to the external causes. Fourth one is error due to imperfection. ठीक है, this is the error when we know the nature of the error and but we can't eliminate it. ड्यू टू imperfection in the experimental arrangement, ਵੀ properly perfect ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ experimental arrangements ਨੇ, that's why we can't eliminate that error. For example, loss of heat due to radiation, an experiment in which we are measuring the temperature, the due to temperature, sometime due to heat, the loss of heat is there in form of radiation, so we can't measure that. This was all about under the systematic error. Now third main error, first is constant, second is systematic, and third is main third part, that is random error. That random error, these errors are due to the unknown causes, and sometimes they are called as chance error. Clear? Now fourth one is gross error. For this gross error, no correction can be applied, no correction is there. ठीक है, and they can be just avoided by exercising with care. We have to do the experiment. While performing the experiment, we have to be proper care. We should avoid these are generally due to carelessness of the examiner or the observer. Clear? The next main error is absolute error. Absolute error, this is the difference between true value, or we can say that standard value, or and experimental value. The difference है between the true value and experimental value. For example, we know that value of g, acceleration due to gravity, is 9.8 meter per second, and for in some experiment its value is, let it be g dash, its value is comes out to be 9.78 meter per second. So now the difference, absolute error, will be is equal to true value 9.8 minus 9.78, means 0.02 meter per second. This will be the absolute error. And similarly, relative error. It is the ratio of absolute error to the true value. Means absolute error is 0.02 in same example, divided by true value is 9.8. Clear? Then next is percentage error. This is the percentage of the relative error, means absolute error divided by true value into 100. We are taking percentage, or in verb example it is 0.02 divided by 9.8 into 100. This is the percentage error. Okay, now our next topic is significant digits. Significant figures. The definition is the digits whose values are accurately known in a particular measurement. Who's actually known? The digits whose values are accurately or actually known. In a particular experiment or measurement is called significant figures. Now some rules are there to find the significant figures. Some rules. Number one rule is all the non-zero digits are significant. सारी non-zero digits ने जड़ियाँ significant है. For example, we are taking 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 significant digits. Similarly, second rule is all the zeros occurring between the two non-zero digits are significant. भी कोई भी जीरोज़ नॉन जीरो डिजिट दे बिटवीन आ रही ने इन बिटवीन आ रही ने दैन दे आर सिग्निफिकेंट फॉर एग्जाम्पल 102 it has 3 significant digits like 0 आ जी इन बिटवीन आ रही है 1 ते 2 दे so we will take it as that it has 3 significant digits. Rule third is all the zeros to the right of the decimal point and to the left of the non-zero digit are never significant. For example 0.0002456. All the zeros right to the decimal point and left of the non-zero digit. This is non-zero. Left of the non-zero and right of the decimal point. They are not significant. Means it has only 4 significant digits. This 6, 5, 4, 2. These are 4 significant digits. Next, fourth rule is all the zeros to the right of the decimal point are significant if they are not followed by a non-zero digit. For example 0.000 ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਜ਼ੀਰੋਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਡੈਸੀਮਲ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨੌਨ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਡਿਜਿਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਸਿਗਨੀਫਿਕੈਂਟ ਮੀਨਸ ਦੇਖੋ ਹੇਅਰ ਇਟ ਡੈਸੀਮਲ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 000 3 ਜ਼ੀਰੋਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਟ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨੌਨ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਡਿਜਿਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਦਿਸ example has 5 significant digits. Fifth, all the zeros to the right of the last non-zero digit are not significant. ठीक है भी सारियां zeros non-zero digit ਦੇ ਲਾਸਟ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ they are not significant. For example 101020 no decimal is there but this 0 is in between two non-zero, this 0 is also in between two non-zero but this 0 is to the right of the non-zero digit so this is not significant. This 0 is not significant. Only 1 2 3 4 5 significant digits are there. Next rule is all the zeros to the right of the last non-zero digit are significant if they are come from the measurement. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ zeros non-zero ਦੇ last ਤੇ ਆ for same example they are significant if they are come from the measurement means if centimeter kilogram kilometer is there if any unit is there so this is significant. Next 7th rule is all the zeros to the right of the last non-zero digit after the decimal point are significant. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੌਨ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਡਿਜਿਟਸ ਸੌਰੀ ਆਲ ਦਾ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਜ਼ੀਰੋਜ਼ ਨੇ ਨੌਨ ਜ਼ੀਰੋ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਡੈਸੀਮਲ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਬਾਅਦ ਫॉर एग्जांपल 0.02300 now this is decimal point this 0 is from the right of decimal but from the left of the non-zero so this is not significant but this rule is saying that all the zeros to the right of the last non-zero digit after the decimal point are significant means these two zeros are significant so total significant figures are 1 2 3 4 clear. This was up to significant figures. Now next is dimensions. Dimensions of physical quantity. This is very much important topic. Dimensions of a physical quantity. Definition is the dimensions of a physical quantities are the powers in which the fundamental units of mass, length and time have to be raised in order to obtain a unit. And the dimensions key are these are the powers in which all the fundamental units of mass, length and time these three mass, length and time the units they are fundamental units. So ਕਿਸੇ ਕੁਆਂਟਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ 3 ਫੰਡਾਮੈਂਟਲ ਯੂਨਿਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਨੂੰ obtain ਕਰਨ ਲਈ for example we have velocity. Sorry, first off we have let area. We are saying that area is length into breadth or length into length. Clear? Area of a square, let it be. So length, unit of length is L. Unit of breadth is also meter square. Its unit is meter square. But if we are expressing in mass, length and time, so we will say that it is L square. So we will write it as m0 L square and t0. Means in terms of mass, length and time, we have to write it like in square bracket. ठीक है. So dimensions of area is m0 L square t0, or we can also write it as L square. ठीक है. So we will say that dimension of area are 0 in mass, 2 in length and 0 in time. ਵੀ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੀ ਯੂਨਿਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਮਾਸ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਉਂਦਾ. Similarly, let another example, let it velocity. We know that velocity is equal to distance upon time, and distance is measured in length upon time. So in terms of the mass, length and time, we will write it as m0 L1 t ऊपर जाके की हो जू -1. But we have to just learn that how much, like dimensions of velocity in mass is 0, in length is 1, but in time is 1. We will not say that -1. We have to take only ਵੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਸ ਆਇਆ, length ਆਇਆ ਜਾਂ time ਆਇਆ. Clear? Next is dimension formula. Dimensional formula. Now if the expression in which fundamental units of mass, length and time enters into derived unit of the quantity, and with that powers of their dimensions are written, that is called dimension formula. Clear? For example, this m0 L1 t -1, like in square bracket, this is called dimension formula for velocity. It is the expression, this expression ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਸ, ਲੈਂਥ ਤੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੀਆਂ ਪਾਵਰਸ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਕੁਆਂਟੀਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰ ਮਾਸ, ਲੈਂਥ ਤੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ. that is called the dimensional formula. Next is dimensional equation. If we equate the physical quantity with its dimensional formula, then it is called dimensional equation. Now this is the dimensional formula of velocity, already we know that. So if we write it as velocity is equal to ml t -1, so we will call it as a dimensional equation. This will be the dimensional equation. Now I will tell you some dimension formulas. For example, volume. Volume, we know that length into length into length, or length into breadth into height. All the units of length are meter. Generally its unit is meter cube. We will write it as L, L and L, or it will be m0 L cube t0. This will be the dimensional formula for volume. Clear? Then similarly we will write the dimensional formula for speed. Speed is also distance upon time. Distance is L and t -1. So we will write as m0 L1 t -1, or in short we can write it as L, as this also, LT -1. Similarly, acceleration. Acceleration is velocity upon time. Now dimensional formula of velocity, we already know that L t -1 divided by time, so it will be L t -2. This will be dimensional formula for acceleration. Similarly, some different dimensional formulas are there. I will send you the one more important. It is very important. Gravitational constant. Dimension formula for gravitational constant. Gravitational constant, you know where we have used it. in the force, F is equal to gravitational force m1 m2 divided by r square. In that we have used this G, gravitational constant. Now we have to find this dimension formula for gravitational constant. Let F take this r square towards this G m1 m2, and F r square divided by m1 m2 is equal to G. Now we will find the dimension formula for this G. Now first of all, dimension formula for force. Force, we know that already we have done in 9th class, mass into acceleration. Dimension formula for mass is m. Dimension formula for acceleration is L t minus 2. So collectively we will write m L t minus 2. Clear? We have the expression f r square upon m1 m2 is equal to G. If we will put the dimension formula for all these quantities, we will find the dimension formula for this G. So F we have find that m L t minus 2, and similarly r square, r is the r here, it was radius. Radius means length. Length L square divided by m1 mass 1 is also measured in n m, and this is also measured in m, so it is G. Now collect all these. 1m and 1m has cancelled, so we will write L cube t minus 2. Now this m, it will be become m minus 1. So dimension formula for G is m minus 1 L cube t minus 2. This is very, very important. Here, next some definitions are there. Dimensional variables. Dimensional variables. These are the quantities which have dimensions but also variable value, means don't have the constant value. For example, area, volume. Different bodies have different area and different volume. Similarly, non-dimensional variables. Non-dimensional variables means they don't have the dimensions but they are variables, means they don't have the dimensions and not their constant value. For example, angle. Similarly, dimensional constant. Dimensional constant, the quantities which have dimensions but constant value. Value constant है but dimensions भी हैगियां. For example, this gravitational constant. Value constant है 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. ठीक है, but its value is constant but it has the dimensional formula. That is, now already we have done m minus 1 L cube t minus 2. Next is non-dimensional constant. भी ना ही उन्होंने दियां dimensions ने ते value constant है. No dimensions but value is constant. For example, pi. Pi has no dimension but its value is 22/7 or 3.14. ठीक है. Similarly, numbers ने 1 to infinity तक, they don't have the dimension but they have the constant values. This was all about our accuracy, errors, significant figures and dimensional analysis. In the next topic we will discuss how to use the dimensional analysis.